noticing the simple fact that you are here, not trying to fix anything, not analyzing your emotions, just arriving. There is a quiet intelligence in arrival, a message to the nervous system that says nothing urgent is required right now. Let the body rest into whatever surface is supporting it, sensing how weight is held without effort. As the breath moves in and out, not controlled, just happening, recognize that calm does not arrive by force. Calm is something the system learns when it repeatedly experiences safety. Today is about that learning. Emotional regulation is not emotional suppression, and stability does not mean numbness. It means your mind and body can experience feeling without becoming overwhelmed by it. As attention gently turns inward, you may notice sensations already present, subtle or strong, comfortable or uncomfortable. Allow them to exist. Awareness itself begins to soothe the nervous system when it is paired with non-resistance. The body listens closely to how the mind relates to sensation. When the mind stops bracing, the body begins to settle. Imagine now that your awareness is a steady container, wide enough to hold whatever arises. Emotions are no longer something that must be pushed away or solved immediately. They are signals, movements of energy, passing through a much larger field of presence. As you continue breathing, sense how the chest, belly, and throat respond when emotions appear. Notice any habitual tightening that tries to control or avoid feeling. There's no need to judge this response. It was learned for protection. Thank it silently for trying to help. Then introduce a new message, gentle and firm, that says, it is safe to feel this without reacting. Safety is not the absence of emotion. Safety is the presence of awareness. Allow this idea to sink beneath thought into sensation. The nervous system learns through repeated calm exposure. Each time you stay present with feeling without escalation, new pathways strengthen. As you rest here, recall a mild emotional trigger, something that usually creates a small wave of reaction. Notice what arises in the body as you think of it. Instead of analyzing the story, bring attention directly to sensation. Where is it felt? Is it warm, tight, heavy, moving, still? Stay curious. Curiosity is inherently regulating. It shifts the brain out of threat and into observation. Feel how the breath naturally adjusts when curiosity replaces resistance. This is emotional intelligence in action, not intellectual, but embodied. As awareness stays steady, imagine the emotion moving like weather through the body, not something you are, but something you experience. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Even intense emotions change when allowed space. The body relaxes when it realizes it doesn't have to fight its own signals. Now introduce a subtle internal reassurance, like placing a calming hand on the inside of the chest, a felt sense rather than words. The message is simple: I am here, and this can move through. Notice how this reassurance softens the edges of sensation. This pairing of emotion with safety rewires the stress response. Over time, emotions lose their urgency. They no longer demand immediate reaction. They become information rather than command. As you continue, let awareness widen to include the whole body, sensing boundaries and contact points. reinforces regulation. Feel the solidity beneath you, the support that remains regardless of what you feel emotionally. The mind often believes emotional discomfort means danger. Today, you are teaching it otherwise. Discomfort can exist within safety. From this place, emotional resilience begins to form naturally. Now, notice the pace of your thoughts. When emotion arises, thoughts often accelerate, adding interpretation and fear. Gently slow the mental tempo, as though thoughts are floating rather than racing. There's no need to finish them. Let them pass incomplete if they want to. The body responds immediately to slower cognitive rhythm. This is not suppression, it is regulation. As you breathe, imagine the nervous system recalibrating, like a dial turning slightly toward ease. Each breath reinforces the association between awareness and safety. Calm becomes familiar, not because nothing is happening, but because you are no longer threatened by inner movement. Bring attention now to areas where you tend to hold emotional armor, perhaps the shoulders, jaw, or abdomen. Invite softening without demand. Even a few percent of release matters. The subconscious notices effortlessness more than effort. As these areas soften, confidence begins to grow quietly. Confidence is not loud. It is the absence of internal alarm. Now imagine future moments when emotions arise unexpectedly. See yourself noticing the sensation, staying present, breathing, allowing. Feel how different this response is from old patterns. No rush, no avoidance, no self-criticism, just regulated presence. This mental rehearsal teaches the body what to do when the moment arrives. The nervous system learns through safe repetition. You are training emotional stability, not by controlling life, but by changing how life is met internally. Let this understanding settle deeply. Emotional regulation is a skill, and skills improve through experience, not perfection. Even brief moments of awareness create lasting change. As you rest in this state, notice any emerging feelings of space, steadiness, or quiet confidence. These are signals of regulation. They may be subtle, but they are real. The body is learning that it can feel without falling apart. This knowledge becomes a foundation for a positive mindset, because positivity requires capacity. When emotional waves are manageable, optimism no longer feels fragile or forced. Before concluding, anchor this learning with a simple felt intention. When emotions arise, awareness comes first. You don't need to remember every step. The nervous system remembers what it practices. Each time you allow feeling without resistance, calm strengthens. As attention slowly returns outward, carry this embodied safety with you. Calm is not something you wait for. It is something your system is learning to generate quietly, reliably, and from within. As you move forward, notice how this sense of internal steadiness can touch every aspect of your life. Even small emotional fluctuations become opportunities to practice presence rather than reaction. Each moment you respond from awareness instead of instinctual defense reinforces the nervous system's sense of safety. Imagine carrying this calm into conversations, decisions, or minor stressors, observing without needing to fix or escape. Allow yourself to appreciate the subtle growth already occurring, even if it feels invisible. Trust that the nervous system remembers each instance of regulated presence, weaving it into habitual response over time. Feel gratitude for your own capacity to cultivate resilience. Let this confidence be quiet, steady, and accessible. Like an inner sanctuary you can return to any time. Emotional mastery is not about perfection. It is about consistently practicing gentleness, presence, and curiosity toward yourself.